Hi, this is a VR to the Homestead Piper on his 100 sub giveaway. It's been quite a difficult decision for me as to who I'd like to smoke a pipe with. I'd thought of two American Civil War guys, General Hancock and General Armistead, who were very, very good friends, and they went through the whole of the Civil War until the Battle of Gettysburg without meeting each other in battle. And you all probably know the story anyway, but Armistead reached the enemy lines and was mortally wounded, and somebody came to his help, and he asked about General Hancock, and General Hancock had been shot as well, and Armistead said, "Will you give him my regards and tell him I'm dreadfully sorry?" And unfortunately Armistead died, but he'd sent a Bible to Hancock's wife. It was his Masonic Bible because they were both Freemasons, and it became one of the great stories in Freemasonry. But in the end, I've decided to go with my country. Britons have a reputation for not being as patriotic as you guys. We stiff upper lip and all that. But I'd love to have a pipe with my hero, Admiral Horatio Nelson. He was one of the great tacticians in naval warfare. But more than that, he was good to his men. He thought a lot of them. He realised that their life was hell, really. And his punishment book was nowhere near like the punishment book of others. A bad captain could have you flogged around the fleet. A bad captain could have you flogged around the fleet. That was where you were put in a rowing boat, and you were given 100 lashes before each boat, so that the crew could see you. You didn't survive that kind of thing very often. He'd lost his arm, had it amputated, and he insisted that his own surgeons, when they were doing amputations, warmed the knife and the saw, because the one thing that had really affected him was the coldness of the knife as they were taking off the arm. And in the Battle of Trafalgar, instead of sailing ships in a line, going down the line of the enemy ships, he went straight at them, side on. So he broke their line in two places. But while they were going to the line, they were under fire for about an hour before they could break the line. It takes a lot of courage for naval men, their ship being pummeled, oak splinters flying, and when an oak splinter hit you, it didn't just come out, it just worked its way in. But when the ships broke the line and they opened up, it was carnage, because their cannonballs just went straight down from the back of the ship on one side, straight through the enemy ships, and the same on the other side, except straight through the front. And Nelson won the victory. He died. He was shot because he insisted on wearing his full uniform, including his medals, so that his men could see him wandering up and down the deck. And he was put in a barrel of brandy to preserve the body on the way home. when they got home, there was no brandy left in the bottle, in the barrel. His men had been tapping the barrel and drinking the contents. And from then on, the Navy always thought of brandy as Nelson's blood. He must have been an incredible man. And I'd just like to sit down with him and just learn what it was to be a man and what it is to be a man. And maybe just share the tobacco and let him know that he hasn't been forgotten. So that's my sort of thought and my wish that I could have a pipe with. I hate to be English and chosen Englishman. It seems a bit cheeky, really, when it's to someone like the Homestead Piper, whose 100 sub it is, but I hope you'll understand. And if you get the chance, maybe raise a glass of Nelson's blood. Thank you. Bye.